it was just amazing. Like my head was about to explode, in a good way at least.
One, there's lots of technology, and two, there's lots of floors.
I like all the windows.
I like that we can see right outside.
How big the halls are, and I like how we have our own rooms and stuff like that. So we're not like stuck in one spot. We can like move around.
I like the bathrooms.
I like that the bathrooms are gender neutral.
They're all the way down, and you have more space than me. More privacy. Yeah.
It makes me feel like I'm in like a movie. Those seats can turn, and those tables are whiteboards. I really like the chairs because they spin around.
What we've done here at Dartmouth South is we are trying to really engage our students at every time and in everything they do. So we have made our school really very student-centered, to empower people rather than to manage them. That's really where we want to go with this whole journey of learning. So what we've done is we've looked at, first of all, we have all the wide open spaces and all the natural light. First and foremost, it's a place where people want to be. The next piece is, of course, furniture choices and how we can make sure that we have high expectations for students at all times, and that students are able to learn where they feel that they can learn best. So we have a number of things at Dartmouth South Academy. We do have areas called learning commons. So where schools used to have hallways, and kids were walking through the hallways and they got sent out in the hallways if they were misbehaving. We don't have hallways, we have learning commons. So our spaces that are between the classrooms, so that students can leave the classroom, the four walls of the classroom, and they go out and they actually work in those learning commons. So they can take their reading out there, they can take their technology out there. We have televisions in some of our small group work areas that the students can plug in their Chromebooks, and then rather than 4 people to work on something huddled around one computer, they can actually view it up on the television screen, so they can all be working, collaborating together. So students need to move. So gone are the days when we used to have 30 students in a classroom. They would all sit in rows. They sat down at 9 o'clock in the morning and they left there at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The first thing is that our chairs that would look like your normal student chairs, they actually move and swivel. So that while they're getting their work done, if they have any wiggles that they need to work out, they can do that. The other thing that we understand is that not all students like to work at the same level. All of our tables are on wheels, so they can be configured in different ways. They can actually be moved apart, they can be separated, and they can make a single table. We can make a group of 3 tables, we can make a group of 6 tables. So what happens in a classroom at 9 o'clock in the morning for the math lesson may change in the afternoon when we get to learning zones. So teachers can easily change the configuration of their classroom very quickly to allow for different learning and for learning of all students. We believe that all students need those opportunities to get up and move and change their learning environment. And where a student might want to sit down and work on math problems might be very different from where they want to sit in a comfy chair and read their book. So we do different things during the day, and we can't expect that all of those happen at the same table and chair. A couple of things that we've done at this new school which are really exciting is we've managed to provide our students with one-to-one technology. So every single one of our students on their first day on Monday, they all received Chromebooks. Every one of our 460 students from primary to grade 8 have their own Chromebook that becomes theirs, and our 4 to 8 students are taking them home and continuing to work, and they're excited to come in the next morning and show their teachers where they've gotten in their progress on that. So the Chromebooks are one. The other really exciting piece is that we have made most of our furniture a whiteboard surface.
It means that it's a table that you can write with whiteboard markers on.
Tables that the students have in their classrooms are all whiteboards, so the students can actually write on the whiteboards themselves. So if they want to do their problem solving, if they want to do their brainstorming or their mapping for their creative writing, they can do that right next to them. They don't have to go find a piece of scrap paper. They don't have to keep that in their binder. They don't have to do any of that stuff. For assessment purposes, the teachers can then just go and take pictures of the tables, and they've actually seen what's happening, and then they have very good formative assessment to know where the students are, and actually they're learning in their own words.
I feel like I can learn a little bit better. I feel like I'm more engaged into the learning.
It feels like 21st century learning is really what it feels like.
So our job as teachers and facilitators and instructional leaders is to make sure that we are giving the students the best opportunities that they have to make their own choices and to really empower themselves as learners. They need to believe in their ability. They need to be able to make those choices. I'm excited for our students and for our staff because I think that we have an opportunity in this building to allow our students to really reach their full potential, and our high expectations will help us do that.
Awesome.
This school makes me feel at home.
At home?
I feel like it's the best school I've ever been in.
I give it a million out of a million.
Who loves their new school?
Me!